Welcome to Homebrew Magic, a video series about EDH where we do our best to build unique, fun, or just plain silly deck lists to play against each other, followed by a breakdown of how they did so we can all learn and get better at this game that we love.
What up, Hi Man? Tonight we're playing Magic, and tonight I am playing Hidetsugu and Kairi.
God damn it.
I've seen bad things in other videos about that.
Yeah, no, it's a good bad deck.
It's a good bad deck. I'm clone the shit out of that guy. Chanel, what are you playing?
I brought out Belisarius Cawl because I haven't played 40k against Alex in a while, so this is as close as I'm going to get until something else happens. Chris, what'd you build? What'd you bring?
About a month ago, well, 2 months ago, I built a modal deck, and then they spoiled Riku, and I'm like, well, shit, now I gotta build a different modal deck. So, I got Riku of many paths. Triggers off of modal spells.
Ah, nice. And Alex, you won the roll-off.
I
What'd
did.
you bring?
I'm bringing back fan favorite, Miirym.
Ah, shit.
It's been a long time. Like I said, it's been a long time since I played Magic, so I'm playing.
Teach can't, Alex can't.
Have you seen my Miirym No Dragons in the 99 build?
Yeah, and I hated every minute of it.
Yeah, that's real fucking...
See, I love D&D, I love dragons. But unfortunately, I did have to go down to 5 today, so...
Dragons didn't love you.
Yeah.
You got them.
Alright, start us off.
Draw.
Couple teamer decks.
Path of Ancestry Pass.
Belisarius. Which is ironic, because Belisarius doesn't give a shit about law and rules.
I will
He's the
start
best.
with an Evolving Wilds, and I'll pass to Chanel.
When are we going to play Warhammer again?
I mean...
I would have to make new lists, 'cause I'm sure points and
Oh
everything
yeah,
changed
I haven't played a
so
single
bad.
game of 10th. I'm trying to get Nelson
I played
to
a little.
show up and like we can go through like the demo games of it.
I
But
played a little bit of 10th early.
Razor Bridge, Razor Tide Bridge. There we go. Go ahead, Chris.
Alright.
I bought a Leviathan box for myself, and then
Tapped
I split one
Alex.
with him and gave him the rulebook for it, or sold him the rulebook for it. So, and then I've been giving Chris some Necron stuff here and there, so he can get in on the fun as well.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
I'll be good.
Island.
I mean, as it is, I haven't gotten like most of my
Cynic Signet Pass.
gaming back in order yet since the child was born. So this was like EDH nights was my line in the sand of no. I need to do this so I don't drown the kid in the tub.
I'll play Bajuka Bog.
Sorry, the sink because he gets.
I
I
haven't,
will exile Chanel's graveyard.
Got him.
Take that.
I haven't
Go,
even
Chanel.
been to the shop in like forever. Mainly because winter I had the birds, so I'm like, I literally don't have time.
Alchemy.
But now it's like,
Not having the bird isn't slang for avian flu, but it fucking
Nah.
should be.
I'm just busy with other things.
Urza's Tower. Pass.
No, sir, you have to calm down.
Draw for a turn.
I mean,
Did you put the land in there? That's all the lands.
not yet.
Okay.
That's from Modern Horizons 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the precons.
Yeah. Oh, I have to order
Yeah.
because I didn't buy the pre.
Sulfur Falls is my land for the turn. It will enter untapped due to the presence of my Mountain Forest.
Nice.
Past Alex.
Yeah, my collector pack, and then I only got one. I only got one commander deck card from my play packs. They were both Disa, the Lurgoyf commander.
I see.
So I have a regular and then a max fancy.
Polluted Delta.
Kind of curious what the distribution on the commander pack or commander cards in those packs is, because an entire box only getting one feels low.
I got 2.
Okay. Also feels low.
And 1 special guest card. And no list cards. Do they do list cards for this?
I got a Modern Horizons 2 card with an old tree.
With the, yeah, they did that in Modern Horizons 2 though, where you could get Modern Horizons 1 cards in the...
Oh, I don't remember that.
I got a couple of the uncommon slivers. I got the
Okay.
Changeling Outcast, Etched Foil,
Nice.
Old Border.
Where are you?
No, again, one of the things in my box opening video, the fucking just like, hey, look at this Razor Tide Bridge. This is card 252 of 303. I like that. New cards are just, this is card 1862.
7.
Nope.
Not of nothing.
They don't give you the of. So as a Magic collector, I'm now in the dark of. Oh, you should probably Google it or whatever. And they're like, no, fuck that. The cards used to.
You don't get card numbers or MSRP.
Reading the
Deal with
cards used to contain the cards information.
Card.
Reading the card explains the size of the sets. Now it is probably infinite because they can go, we'll just go back and add the previous sets with new expansions, which I'm surprised they haven't started doing too. I'm sorry, what are you doing? I'm bitching through
Fetched
your
out
entire turn.
it's okay. I fetched out a Steam Vents. I had searched my entire deck, and then it was second from the top.
Don't start searching from the bottom. Flip off the top one at a time like I do.
And I'm going to cast Rhythm of the Wild, and I'll pass the turn.
Such a fun card.
Untap. Draw.
It is.
There's some really good, just red-green enchantments.
Island into a commander's sphere. Go Chanel.
Yeah. Untap, quick draw. Little land for the turn is this land specifically. And then... Come on. 3, this Sculpting Steel will be a Commander Sphere. Nope, fuck it. It'll be Razor Tide Bridge, because then it's an indestructible land.
There you go.
That produces
Does it
my
enter
commanders.
Does Sculpting Steel enter as that?
You may have enter, so it will come into play tapped, and that is fine.
Got him.
Go ahead, Christoph.
Draw for the turn. Land for the turn will be a training center.
Dr. Christopherson.
Blue, red, green. I'll cast my commander, Riku, of many paths. When you cast a modal spell, choose up to X, where X is the number of times you chose a mode for that spell. The options are exile top card of your library until... Whoa.
So, one sentence in, I'm just... What?
Yep. Cast a modal spell. I can choose X of these available modes, where X is the number of times I chose a mode for that spell. Sometimes they say choose one.
Okay,
Sometimes
if
they
it's choose one
2.
or more.
You get more.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
The modes are exile the top card of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play it. Put a 1/1 counter on Riku. It gains trample until end of turn, or create a 1/1 blue bird creature token with flying.
I was gonna say that first ability feels red, the second one's green, the last one's blue. That That is very flavorful.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Pass to Alex.
Like this Bonder's Enclave.
It's me, your friend. Again,
Every time.
I can't. I even stopped for a second to see if I could get through his turn without me saying
Nope.
it. He's me, your friend, Bob. Commander's name isn't Ponder.
4, and I will cast Adrix and Nev, the Twin Casters. Ward 2, and if one or more tokens would be created under my control twice, that means you're created instead.
Seems like a bitch.
For the Riot trigger, I will have you enter with a +1/+1 counter. Pass the turn.
Countered because of ward.
Untap.
Nah.
Draw.
Actually,
Land for turn will be a Sunken Hollow, which will enter untapped because I control 2 or more basic lands. Then I will play this Thran Dynamo. And I'll pass the turn.
Oh,
Damn it.
jeez.
Can I take back my Sculpting Steel?
Quick, bounce it to your hand.
Yeah. I'll tell you, you draw. Do I advance my own board state, or do I stop a massive fucking thing? We advance our board state. Well, not really. We're gonna throw down this 3-drop. His name is Assembly Worker. He is an assembly worker.
Wow.
Target assembly worker gets +1/+1. That's right, Belisarius Cawl is actually assembly worker tribal. Go ahead, Chris.
Forgot that a little.
I know, it's
It's me, your friend.
assembly worker.
Assembly worker.
Have you seen any assemblies to be worked?
Land for the turn will be a Mossfire
The reason why I
Valley.
kept this hand. I had 2 assembly workers in A.
I will pass the turn.
cool.
Yep, Cawl started out as Assembly Worker Tribal, and then I made it, I would say arguably better, but then didn't take out the Assembly Workers. Because it felt right. They're the tech priests of ours. Yawning. It's too early for yawning.
Perhaps.
I mean, I'm up until the 1 a.m. feeding.
The feeding.
too. That's because I skipped dinner.
Yeah. What is he doing over there?
Stuffing things.
God. What kind of things are you stuffing?
What did you bring into my house?
Cast Kiora, the Behemoth Beckoner.
Was she untapped? Permanent.
Yes. Whenever a creature with power of 4 or spell under my control, I draw a card.
Nice.
Can't do anything with that.
What to do?
Done then?
Yeah, I think I'll just be done.
Indeed.
Draw.
Just be sad.
That's fine. That's the natural order of things.
My control will be a swamp. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Too much mana?
No.
Yes.
And it's a decent.
3, 4, 5.
That's Commander mana.
6. It is. I will cast my commander, Hidetsugu and Kairi. When Hidetsugu and Kairi enter the battlefield, I draw 3 cards, put 2 cards from my hand on top of my library in any order. I'll draw 1, I'll draw 2, I'll draw 3.
Ooh.
I
Who
will
earns?
put you there, you there. Second, well, first main I suppose still happening. This Seer, I can sacrifice a creature to scry 1.
Nice.
I'll pass turn.
Before the end of your turn, I'm going to Swords to Plowshares, your commander.
Response,
Yep.
I'm going to...
Second.
First, I'm going to cast Undying Malice, targeting it.
Nice.
When it dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under my control with a +1/+1 counter. Then I will sacrifice it to this Seer to scry 1.
Okay.
I will have it... scry trigger, dies trigger. I will have it enter the battlefield first with a +1/+1 counter. When it enters when it dies...
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Okay,
can't
yes,
stack
no,
those.
No.
Okay.
Sacrifice this. I have triggers.
Yeah.
When it dies, that's the first one that's going to get resolved.
Yes.
Exile the top card of my library. Target opponent will lose life equal to its mana value. I'm going to target Schnell for your insolence. If it's an instant or sorcery card, I may cast it without paying its mana cost.
Pronounced insulin, and I need.
It's
it
a
to
sorcery
live.
card. Curse of the Cabal. We're going to
Okay.
lose 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Target Alex sacrifices half the permanents he owns, rounded down.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Go on.
Permanence.
Permanents.
Permanentes.
Sacrifice half the permanents you control, rounded down.
That's 4 for those of you counting at home. That's
That's what you get for having the most permanents.
good gravy.
Guys, we should have killed Tej already. What were we doing?
I know.
Alright. This comes back with a +1/+1 counter.
I remember why that deck can eat my ass.
Draw 3.
Because that deck
put
can do
2
whatever
back.
it wants.
Including eat my ass? Yes.
I will put...
Yes. Admittedly, I should have swords in response to the Viscera Seer.
Yes.
My bad. But I'm the
This
only
is
one
all
that.
your
I'm the
fault.
only one that's trying.
You back. Alright. There you go.
Okay, your end turn or end of
End of your turn.
yeah, what? End
End
of
of
your
your No, you swords. To minimize. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot has happened since then.
I know, that's why. Untap, upkeep, draw. Land from the turn, plains. Stupid. But we're gonna go for it.
Motorboat and son of a bitch.
We're going to return to dust, exile target artifact and/or enchantment. If I cast a spell during my main phase, I may exile up to one other target artifact or enchantment. You have 2 artifacts over there I would like to be targeting.
Alright.
You pile them.
Read that again. Exile target. If you cast it, you may exile up to one other target. It's
Yes.
2 instances of the words target. So, in response to that, I'm going to sacrifice Commander's Sphere to draw a card.
Okay.
Then I will exile Thran Dynamo.
Okay. Again, guys, I'm trying. Go to combat, swing for 2 with the assembly worker. Feel my wrath.
Swinging at me?
Yes, at you.
Okay. You said swinging at assembly worker.
Yep.
I'm working more
You are the
simply than
only. You are the only opponent right now. I don't know if you've realized this.
What? No.
It's not like you've kneecapped me.
Go, Chris.
End of your turn. I'm going to cast 3 steps ahead. Going to choose the mode to draw 2, then discard a card. That will trigger Riku.
None of the modes are exile, target, Hidetsugu, and
I am going to
No, first you go to the
exile the top
resource
card of
here.
my library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play it. It is an Over the Edge.
What do?
Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Target creature you control explores, then it explores again. Those be the modes. Draw 2. Discard a card.
Sorry, I don't
Yep.
remember this one. Oh, it's from
Lost Caverns.
Yeah, Kai.
Colors of cards and graveyards.
I got white.
Green, blue, and red.
I'm going to
Black.
discard this Promising Bane. Alright, that's under there. Draw for the turn. Will be a forest.
Man, like mana sounds nice.
I was gonna return to dust like your stuff until Tej existed aggressively on his turn.
I wasn't doing anything over
Aggressively
here.
existed.
You existed aggressively,
Okay, 2 mana.
and then hit me for 10 in response to me going, "Hey, let's slow things down a little."
In my defense, I may not have known it was 10.
no,
No,
you
I'm sorry.
put them there.
That
I
is-
did, but
that
I
is-
said
that
I
is
may
not
not
a-
have.
Okay.
That is not a defense in the law.
In the future, I might not know what the top card is.
Ignorance of the thing you should have known is no excuse.
No, that time I do. I'm just saying.
Nah,
I cast Balmor
I
Battle
have
Captain.
known.
It's a 1/3 flyer. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain trample until end of turn. I don't want to cast this thing, so it's just going to get exiled.
You don't want to explore?
It would just make my commander well, maybe I would want to do that.
Doesn't it destroy an artifact or enchantment?
Yeah,
You could blow up the assembly worker.
I could, but it seems so silly.
But why? Can you at least do it like
Yeah.
talk to me with a smile and a good intonation like I do with my
Yes.
baby? When I'm
I will
telling
choose
horrible
target
things?
creature you control, explores, then explores again. Reveal the top card of your library.
We're gonna take out your only creature. You were the only one that
Put that
wasn't
card into your
captive.
hand if it's a land. Okay, it's a land. Putting it
Okay.
into my hand. Explore again.
I believe if it's not a land, you can choose to either keep it there or send to the graveyard, and
Yeah.
the creature that explorer gets a counter.
Daddy's gonna blow his fucking brains out. It's been a long, almost 3 months, but we're getting there.
No, I.
Becca has repeatedly pointed out, at least we're not in survival mode now. We're like digging out of the baby hole.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave it there.
We were in the hospital for almost a week, and it felt like a month because we were awake every 2 hours.
Pester.
It was like for Charlie.
Children are a blessing.
Eventually.
Eventually, yeah, I know. Again, no. Every time Bruce giggles, it erases every horrible times he's just shit himself in my arms. -1 for Diker, plus 100 for Tee.
Rootbound.
Oh, damn it, you're cute. And you kind of look like me, so I appreciate when you shit yourself. Kindred baby.
Mood Kindred. Float of blue. Tick down.
Oh god, he's ramping.
Untap. Total 5.
Miirym. Oh, no?
No,
Miirym
it's
6.
Oh, Miirym 6? Okay.
No, instead we're going to cast Thrakkus the Butcher.
Is that a permanent?
Yes.
Just asking.
3/4 trample.
no
Whenever
reason.
he attacks, double the power of each dragon I control till end of turn. Fortunately, I can't draw a card because Rhythm of the Wild isn't here, so we can't make him one bigger.
Hey, that was your choice.
Yeah. You could have sacrificed all your lands and
Could have.
No.
non-land permanents.
But I did. I am casting a dragon, and that the
Fuck that 10 drop spell.
the dragon part, not the peasant part, procs Path of Ancestry.
Never
So I'll
seen played
scry.
EDH in the history of EDH until me. Teach.
And then I'll pass the turn.
The whole time.
Is that your friend, Taj?
I suspect it was Tej with the bullshit in the Hidetsugu and Kairi deck.
Yeah, checks out.
Yeah, I solved the murder.
That's
It
what
was
my rant is
Alex's
doing.
murder. We should have
1,
added
2,
clue to
3,
this
4,
one.
5.
I think we'd be here till like 2 a.m.
It adds another win con. The game goes faster. It doesn't slow down the game at all, which is kind of confusing. Other than just, I guess this, and people go, let me update my notes.
I'm gonna play Glasspool Shore. It enters the battlefield tapped. Chris has a bird.
I got
Dragon
2
doesn't
birds.
Fly.
No, he's a dragonborn, not a true dragon.
I'm at 30.
I'm gonna move to combat and I'm gonna attack
You-
Alex for 6 flying. I what?
My robot.
6 flying.
Fine.
See, my dragons fly. What's your dragon doing?
Well,
Traveling?
as I told you, that's a dragonborn, not a dragon.
Yeah. What's his card type? Oh, eat shit? Okay.
Pass turn.
I'm running a Dragonborn right now in our fucking game, and it's just like, yeah, I look like a dragon. What abilities do you have? I don't want to talk about it.
Real fucking ugly.
I'm charisma 6. It's real bad. I'm covered in fungus, and I'm just super awkward. Treasure vaults.
He also does most of the speaking.
I do. I don't know why people keep letting me talk to NPCs. I'll like ration out something, and then the DM goes, "Okay, give me a roll," and I go, "Fucking damn it!" Belisarius Cawl, 2/4 legendary artifact creature human. I can Ultima Founding, tap him and tap 2 untapped artifacts I control to create a 2/2 white Astartes warrior creature token with vigilance, or Master of Machines, tap him and tap X untapped creatures I control. To look at the top X cards of my library, I may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into my hand, put the rest on the bottom of my library in a random order. He is not an assembly worker and therefore trash. Combat options are the same
Punch
as they were
Tej in the
previously.
face.
Tej, I'm sending a 2/2 assembly worker at you.
I will take your 2.
Yeah.
36.
Unblockable, kinda. Go ahead, Chris.
Right, untap. Draw for the turn.
I just don't want to touch it. It's in the mines.
You sound like my prom date.
Plan for the turn. Island.
Joke's on her. We're married now.
We're gonna... Do we want to do that? Let's do that. We'll make some friends. Friends?
I like friends.
Friends.
What kind of friendship?
Tap
Yeah.
6 mana.
Whoa.
Fascination. Choose one. Each player draws X. Each player puts the top X of their library into his or her graveyard. We will each draw X. X equals 4.
Nice.
Friends.
2.
Cast trigger.
Okay, friends.
I'm going to exile. I'm not going to need that. I will make another bird. All my Creatures get +1/+0 and gain trample until end of turn.
Go on.
Draw my 4. Too many cards. We can get rid of. I have to discard quite a bit. Go to combat. Teach.
Yes.
2 in the air.
Take it. 3, 4.
Keep you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We better not keep all these. Not going to need you. Not going to need you. Discard an Incubation Druid and 2 lands.
Okay. Done then?
Yes, sir.
Was a Fate Reforged card?
Pathway and I believe so.
I like that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
This mountain.
Alex is rebuilding. I no longer feel like that. Land for the turn. He's golden.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Kairi's a 6/5.
6/5.
I don't know what you're trying to indicate over there.
For red.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Such a power move.
Man, it's almost like I wish I didn't have to do this. I'd like to cast my commander, please.
Teach. Any responses?
Not yet.
Okay.
Alright,
Also no responses from this half.
Also no responses.
commander's in play. I will draw a card from being a creature power 4 or greater entering the battlefield under my control.
Like it.
Actually, first I scry. 'Cause I can't. Miirym shares a creature type with Miirym.
Miirym shares a creature type with itself.
I don't want that. No.
Okay. Done?
You.
No.
Oh.
You.
I will now enter the combat.
You.
I'm going to attack Tej with
Not you. I'm
Thrakus.
just looking.
He's a
What's the attack trigger?
double the power of all dragons. So he's a
6/4.
6/4 trample.
My dragons too?
I control.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that part. Also, I don't have any dragons.
I'll take 6.
Okay. And then I'm done.
28. End of your turn. I am going to cast Supernatural Stamina, targeting Hidetsugu and Kairi.
Oh.
When it dies this turn, return to the battlefield tapped under my control. Then I am going to pay.
Yeah, that Viscera Seer's gotta get the fuck out.
This isn't a combo deck so much as just really fucking synergistic.
Past videos
Yeah.
I've watched, I
It
kind of
just bludgeons us to death with mana value.
I'm going to cast Faded Infatuation. Put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of target creature I control. If it's my turn, I scry 2. I'm going to create
not
a
your turn.
token. Nope.
So that's at least one benefit.
Hidetsugu and Kairi.
Yep.
Enter the battlefield trigger, but before the trigger goes to the stack, legend rule takes effect.
Yes.
I will get rid of original Hidetsugu and Kairi. When it dies, I have a death trigger and a death trigger. I'm going to resolve this death trigger first, so it comes back tapped. Then I will... nope, that trigger is still on the stack.
Oh boy.
It hurt itself in the
Back up.
confusion.
It did hurt itself in the confusion. Okay, this dies. When it dies...
Do you want to visually represent the stack? Like, this ETB is on the stack.
I
Then
have
state-based.
This. 3 things waiting to be put on the stack. State-based actions are checked, so I have an enter the battlefield.
Yep.
I have a return, a death. Resolve that first, so this comes back.
Yep.
This hits. Legend rule hits. So then this will die.
So we get a third
This
death.
will death.
And yeah.
I have 2 death triggers, 1 enter the battlefield trigger, which all need to be put on the stack in the order of my choice. I will resolve the enter the battlefield first, draw 3, put 2 back before the 2 death triggers. That all checked out.
And then lastly,
1,
the first ETB.
3. And then lastly, the first ETB.
Okay.
I am going... Doofda.
I followed it perfectly.
2 death
Teach hits me for 20.
triggers. I'm going to put this back, this back. Death trigger number 1, Chris, because you have the most life. I'm going to exile the top. You are tapped. Exile the top card of my library. You are going to lose life equal to its mana cost.
What could it possibly be?
If it's an instant or sorcery, I can cast it without paying its mana cost. It is a Seagate Restoration. You're going
Yeah.
to lose 7.
Only 7?
I'm going to draw cards equal to the number of cards in my hand plus 1. I have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. 1, 2, 3,
Hit
4,
you with
5,
a
6,
soft
7,
pillow.
8.
Calm down.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm still
5,
life leader. I'm getting another one.
6, 7, 8. I fucked up what I wanted to do. Just
Good.
so you know.
It still
So now
sounds
it's
like
a
you're.
ran-
It still sounds like you're just gonna win on your
Well,
turn.
no, now it's a rando.
And I
top.
wanted it to be this.
Yeah.
Second death trigger. Alex, because you're rebuilding real quick. So you're going to lose life equal to this mana value if it's an instant or sorcery.
It's going to be a land, you're fine.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
No.
Still targeting Alex.
Yeah, are you gonna flip over that card?
Not yet. With that on stack.
Oh my god.
Feign death. When it dies, it comes back with a +1/+1 counter.
This is still at the end of his turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Sacrifice this to scry 1. Before I can scry, a death trigger.
You know what really needs to be in player here? Just says something
Two
that says
triggers.
player can't cast more than 1 spell a turn.
1 enter the
I
battlefield.
mean, I have white. I could have done that.
Second death trigger is going to target Chris. The second being this first one. So the rando. You were dead.
Rando is now lower on the stack, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are going to come back. Because of that death trigger, return resolving first, enters the battlefield. That goes on top. So I'm going to draw 3, put 2 back. Draw 1, draw 2, draw 3. This is the one that is targeting Chris. This can go back. That's going to be Alex.
This is disgusting.
It is
This
disgusting.
is going to go back being Chris. Death trigger number 1, the one targeting Chris, is going to be Stolen Identity. Chris is going to take 6. I'm going to put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of target creature. I'm going to get Miirym. I have to pay 2.
You don't have
fucking
to,
can't pay 2. Ha! Fuck, I forgot about ward till right then.
Get warded, bitch.
That one will fizzle. What the
It's countered.
Congratulations, Yes.
Yep, because I can't pay the trigger. What the fuck ever. Well, this one's hitting you. So,
I will say that this balances out me swordsing after Viscerous resolved.
agreed.
I don't think so, but sure.
You still would have.
First death trigger. Targeting Alex.
Uh-huh.
Spell Twine. You take 6. I'm going to exile a target instant or sorcery from my graveyard and an instant or sorcery from an opponent's graveyard. I'm going to copy those cards. Cast the copies available without paying their mana costs. Instant or sorceries. You have a return to dust.
Things don't look good for our heroes.
Well, I can't pay additional costs because I'm out of mana.
And it's
Learned
not
that.
And it's not your main phase, so you don't get both return to dust abilities.
Also true. And what do you have?
Nothing.
Nothing?
This is disgusting. His hand is way too big.
Yeah.
I'm going to get your Over the Edge. I'm going to get my Curse of the Claw.
So you win!
I mean, not technically yet.
Because I'm out of mana. So I am going to have
Sorry, house.
Hidetsugu explore and explore again. Reveal the top card in my library. Put it in my hand if it's a land. Otherwise, put a counter on that creature. Put that card back or graveyard. Repeat the process.
So the Over the Edge is exiled?
No, I'm just casting it.
Okay.
Spell tone will be exiled. Feed the Swarm can go to the graveyard. You get a +1/+1 counter. Explore again. It's a land. That can go to my hand. This is exiled. Death trigger number 2, which is a rando.
Wasn't this death trigger number 2?
Yeah, this
Yes,
was
it was.
death trigger number
Correct.
2. We're good on
Correct.
that.
Now enter the battlefield.
Yep, you have the original ETB trigger.
1, 2, 3. Okay, this is disgusting.
Yes.
Oh no, I forgot Curse of the Cabal.
I assumed you chose not to.
No, I was going to cast it. And, Alex, sacrifice half your shit.
Why?
Because I know what Miirym does.
Miirym don't do anything if nothing's around.
That's the point.
Where are your interaction cards, Chris?
Tapped out.
Get him. Get him. I at least exiled his mana rocks in hopes that like maybe it would be harder for me to
I was
recast.
gonna do that too, but they were all gone. I mean, I could do it again if I get a turn.
Draw. Not you.
Kill that.
I tapped out.
This is all your fault, Schnell.
I'm the only one that tried.
But you tried
You
incorrectly.
can go back.
I didn't realize he was gonna go off already.
Out of shit.
Your turn.
My turn. Untap.
I mean, I'm still at 30, so I feel okay.
Damn it.
You already forgot what you put there?
No, I know what I put there, but I think I fucked up. Yeah, I did fuck up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Land for turn. Swamp.
Yep.
I'm going to...
If I get another turn, I don't even know what I could draw at this point that would
Yeah.
be Helperton.
Cast Quasi-Duplicates. I'm going to create a token
Yep.
that's a copy of Hidetsugu and Kairi.
Weird.
I don't see why you would. Legendary rule is just going to take effect.
Token enters, triggers, legend rule, token dies. I am going to brainstorm first, then do the death trigger. Draw 1, draw 2, draw 3.
Don't you have to death
No, you
trigger
have to death trigger first.
No,
Because of...
Because death trigger, and then it would come back. wouldn't
well,
it?
this is why I really like this deck, is because state-based actions get checked after things trigger, but before those things trigger, those triggers go on the stack. So then the game sees that I have 2 Hidetsugu and Kairis. I have to put one in the graveyard. When that one dies, the second ability triggers. Now I have 2 triggers waiting on the stack. I can put them back on the stack in any order that I want.
But if they're waiting on the stack, how do you... There's a
They're not.
second
They're
stack?
waiting. Sorry, they're not waiting on the stack. They're waiting in the
to
wings
go
to
on
be
the
put
stack.
on the
Okay.
stack. That was the whole point of building this deck.
No, I get that.
Yes. So, brainstorm 1, 2. I did draw that. I am going to put you back. You back. Death trigger. Targeting Schnell. You have the highest life total.
Well, up until this result.
Nexus of Fate. You take 7.
And you take an extra turn?
And I take an extra
Oh,
turn after
fuck
this
me.
one. This gets shuffled into my library.
Magic was a mistake.
It's really my fault for owning Magic cards. Like I've really done this to myself.
Why did I choose to play this game?
You know, this doesn't happen during euchre or pinochle.
This doesn't happen during you.
Anyone want to play some fun White Schwartz?
I don't think there is any fun White
Alright.
Sports.
Cut.
The whole game.
Only
the whole game
weebs
is
play
fun.
that.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
I mean, we played some Crossing yesterday. That game, you just point at shit.
I love that game.
It's so much fun.
Want some cursed cord.
Except, cursed cord's good too, though.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Discard Terramorphic Expanse to quasi-duplicate again.
Except game 1, Lang and I just kept pointing at the same
Same
shit
song and dance.
every
I will
fucking
brainstorm
round.
first.
And I'm like,
1,
stop it. He's
2,
like, you can stop it
3.
too. No,
Oh no,
I
you
can't-
stop it.
I can't change my brain. Exact same strategy the whole time.
You
and then
back.
game 2, I destroyed people. It was great.
Yeah, I really enjoy crossing.
That's good. We gotta do more big gamers.
I just want more people to play White Shorts. That game is fun.
I don't own any of it. They still
You
make
back.
that game?
Yes.
Chris, I will target you.
I mean,
I will reveal.
Privateer Press just sold their whole
Take through
catalog
time.
to.
You take 8. I look at the top 7 cards in my library, put
So
2 in my
War
hand,
Machine
the rest
and
on the
Hordes is
bottom.
probably coming
1,
back.
So wait
2,
a second.
3.
You're dealing
4,
damage
5,
7, 8,
6,
10
7.
points at a time. And then just casting giant spells for free?
Yep. You?
Seems like a good deck.
Ooh.
I mean, to be fair, there are several things that immediately stop that just by being out. Like, if you spent no mana to cast the spell, counter it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I'm going to cast Not Dead After All. When it dies, comes back with a Wicked Roll token attached to it.
If a creature enters the battlefield from anywhere other than the player's hand, exile it instead.
I'll sacrifice it. It will
So what
come
you're telling
back.
me is I have to bring stacks again.
You do need to bring like this. I would argue that this might be CEDH, and in that
I
regard,
would definitely say this is CDH.
I would not.
really.
I mean, in terms of CDH, it might be lower power CDH because you might not be going.
Fair.
But this is
Yeah.
definitely CDH.
Highest life total, Alex. I have no idea what this card is.
It doesn't matter. It's going to be nothing but pain.
No land.
Okay.
He'll get you
Yeah.
next turn, which is coming up real soon.
End my turn. Begin my turn. Untap. Upkeep.
Just
Draw.
wait till my turn when I say I cast Chromatic Star and then pass.
Man, I can't believe Schnell's on, or TJ's effectively on his turn 3.
Yeah.
Because he took a whole turn on my turn.
He did. I did. Before the end of your turn, take
My turn.
Take a turn or so.
My pre-turn. Turn 0.
1.
And thankfully, he's only digging a couple of cards
3.
deep each time, so chances of him
You know.
finding Nexus of
Yeah,
Fate
you
again
got-
are pretty
I will cast.
You know, for this to just be like a proper CDH, all he has to do is find.
Mirage
All
Market.
he has to do is just make an easier way for him to reliably guess Nexus of Fate every time.
Yeah.
I'm going to create a token that's a copy of target non-artifact creature I control. That
Viscera Seer.
Redirect to Viscerous here.
50,
Enters.
50% chance I was
Dies.
right.
Yeah.
Brainstorm first. 1, 2, 3. Put.
Look at all these sweet cards in my hand. I built a really good deck.
I mean, mine takes like a couple of turns to get rolling. And
My deck's
You guys-
is good if I.
You
You've
to keep my
sacrificed a
mana.
quarter of your
Yeah,
permanents.
twice.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
3/4 of your permanents. I said that backwards. You've kept a quarter of your permanents.
Alex, this is going to hit you. You're going to take 8 damage. I'm going to cast Anamatu's Augury. I'm going to exile the top 8 cards in my library. I may put a land from among them onto the battlefield until end of turn for each non-land card type. I may cast a card of that type from among the exiled cards without paying its mana cost.
Oh, that's a good hit, Nexus. I can feel it.
1,
Feel it in
2,
my pockets.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Overflowing Insight, Arcane Endeavor, Esper Panorama, Swamp, Replication Technique,
Oh my god.
Commit to Memory, Saw in Half, Arcane Signet. I will put this land out. It is a swamp. I may cast
One of each type.
one
So
of
an
each
artifact,
type.
sorcery, and an instant.
Artifacts. A sorcery.
Saw in half is coming, because then he gets Hidetsugu in.
Saw in Half. I will cast my artifact. It's an Arcane Signet. I will cast Arcane Endeavor. I'm going to roll 2d8. You are a
That's a
something.
D10.
You are a d8. You are a d8. There we go. I draw cards. Choose one result. Draw cards equal to that result. Then I may cast an instant or sorcery spell without mana value less than or equal to the other result from my hand without paying its mana cost. 6s.
Which 6 are you choosing for what?
I think I will draw with the purple 6.
I counter the gray 6.
1,
Smoke
2,
6. I don't know.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Is it cast from among the 6 that you drew?
No,
or
it's
is
from
it
the
Nope,
anything in
from
your
my
hand?
hand.
Your hand's real big.
It is. Keep
Look,
making that noise.
I have 7.
Yeah.
I have a full hand, and all I can go is, it's a good size.
Yeah, so you're 6 cards behind. That's
I'm
pretty good.
at 8 because I haven't had a turn yet since you did your everybody draw spell. It's worse going after him when I don't get to go.
I just didn't know that my last turn was gonna be my last turn.
This isn't the deck for that.
I am going to.
You know, we have games where I feel real bad about what we do to Teach.
Yeah.
And then shit like this happens. I remember why I shit in his mouth on every opportunity.
See, and the times I'm going to watch this, I'm like, man, they really should have just murdered Teach immediately every time.
I know. He doesn't understand why we sometimes just come at him aggressively. We don't know whatever.
I only didn't understand it that one time when I was the only player left in the game besides you. Okay?
That really set me off when it was down to just him and
Why are
I.
you attacking me?
And he did that whole I don't know why you think I'm the threat. You are my only fucking opponent.
Not my proudest moment. Alright.
Okay.
I am casting Rite of Replication without paying its mana cost.
I think you just win.
Does
I
that
think,
mean
I think
you
we
can
can just
kicker it
end the
without
game.
paying for it?
Yep, I can pay the kicker. I can pay additional costs.
Okay, yeah, you can kicker by paying the 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to create 5.
I think it's
Hidetsugu and
Jover.
Kairis. At this point, it probably is.
Yes. I'm tapped out with no free spells.
I
in
am
hand.
going to alternate between enter and exit 5 times.
I only play permanents apparently after these 2 instances.
Enter. 1, 2,
I'm in a hurley cap. I don't fucking
3.
Nope, Spire of Industry ain't getting it done on my next turn, guys.
I really like this deck. I hope I get to see some of it.
I know, that would be
I like it to do,
One,
do
two.
things.
Ah, fuck.
just throwing shit
Schnell.
around. Yes,
I'm
do you, have a, do you have a spell that costs 23?
I have a spell that costs 7.
Oh, what a bitch.
You're going to take 7.
Okay.
That puts you at a lower life total than Chris.
That puts me at 16.
Chris, you're going to take 10. I'm going to gain 10.
Thank you for respecting my bedtime, Teach.
Number 2. Also have that waiting to be cast. 1, 2,
Forgot.
3.
See, Miirym, this is how you put lots of copies of yourself into play. Get good.
See, Miirym doesn't put copies of himself in play, though. No, that's all. He sometimes does.
Yeah.
It's more so to get the other dragons out. It's more about
I
dragon
mean,
value.
moral victory, we all cast our commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of Riku triggers.
Yeah.
You did.
The
you did-
6-drop
you
dragon
did
got
good.
the 6-drop dragon got there despite having half my lands
Alex, this
disappear.
one's coming at you.
Uh-huh.
Grave Endeavor, you take 7.
That's another dice rolly
I'm
one.
going to roll 2d10. 1, 2. I'm going to return a creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to that result. Then each opponent loses X life and I gain X life where X is the other result. We have a 1 and a 7.
Okay. I expect you to just roll 2 10s.
Yeah, it's like just ended it all.
I'm going to return something with 1 counter. You're each going to take 7.
Down to 9.
Oh.
I don't have a creature in my graveyard. This is not a creature in this deck. Alright. Number 3. This one's going toward Schnell. Yay! 1, 2, 3. We got 9.
So in this interview, I said I'm retiring from Magic.
Yeah, no, this is my suicide note.
That's it. 13
Flagman, Schnell
trees
takes
in.
9. I'm going to destroy all creatures I don't control. They can't be regenerated.
Good call. I was gonna get you.
And this is it, because you're at 2, you're at 3. 1, 2, 3. Hidetsugu and Kairi just exploded super early in the game. and very quickly took the game down. So to just once again clarify rules interaction, state-based actions get checked before abilities or spells get put on the stack. So when I have 2 Hidetsugu and Kairis, even though the enter the battlefield ability triggers, that trigger is not moved to the stack until state-based actions get checked. I have to put one of them into my graveyard, which will trigger the second ability. Now I have 2 abilities waiting to be put on the stack. And because there's more than one, I can put them on the stack in any order that I want, which is how I'm able to first draw 3, put 2 back, and know what the second one is before the death ability.
I'm just laughing because as the player being affected, I choose the order in which they...
That's something different.
I'm getting hit for 9. I should decide. Sorry.
So the idea of this deck is copy it. Copy Hidetsugu and Kairi. I saw 3 1-mana cards that when it dies, it's going to come immediately right back. Those are in there specifically because they cost only 1 mana. Just to get those abilities to go off. I learned earlier games playing this deck that I can't play Hidetsugu and Kairi out unless I have something to do with it, because Schnell tried to exile it, which was the right play. Instead of killing it is what I meant. He was trying to exile it, but I had a static outlet on board, I had 1 mana up, and it was the card that I needed to put it right back onto the battlefield to start the whole thing snowballing from there. The term CEDH was thrown out at some point in the game, and it really depends on the definition you would like to use for CEDH. I don't think this deck is going to hold water if I sit down with other people who built specifically CEDH decks. This deck is very fragile. My commander is easily removed via exile if I don't have the ability to protect it or utilize it. It just goes away. There's numerous effects where if spells are cast without paying their mana cost, they're countered. So all I need is just that one opening. But as soon as I get that opening, explosive things can happen, as demonstrated tonight. There's a lot of strong cards in the deck with powerful effects, but they cost so much mana that they just never see play, and I don't normally play really big, flashy spells like that, but I'm trying to hit people's life totals for as much as I can, and these big effects that I can cast without paying their mana cost all just kind of fit in really, really well. Once I have that opening, it is difficult to stop me, but I have to hit that opening, and it doesn't always come as quickly as it did tonight. So kind of a glass cannon thing. This is a deck that I don't pull out too often, but I'm on a personal quest of re-sleeving all of my decks into sleeves that have dragons on them. This one was next up on the list. Very out of the blue win right there. So we're not going to see this one yet for a while, but this is one of those decks that your play group might not appreciate. So if you're gonna build a deck similar to this, be careful when and where you decide to play it. But my God, is this a real fun deck? I really like this deck. I like how it all came together in the end. So I will bring it out again, but it's going to be a while because it does not make people happy. And I would like to throw out a special apology to my good friend Alex over there. I caballed, coffered, whatever the hell, him twice because he was playing Miirym. And I know what that deck does. His deck has a lot of the same cards in it, like the Twin Casters, where I can't target his stuff. He's got to make a choice. He's going to pick which permanents he wants. And I hit him with it twice. I didn't plan to hit him with it twice until I found out that I could hit it with him twice. But again, that's one of those plays that some people might find fun every once in a while. Next time Alex joins us, I'm going to make sure that I don't play this because I don't want to put him in a situation like that again. But here we are. It is what it is. I like playing the deck. I don't know necessarily that it was a good game for all of my opponents, but we're going to have that every once in a while.
So tonight, we brought back Miirym, again after a long absence, hoping to do some nice dragony things, make a bunch of dragon tokens. Fortunately, we started off a little slow, had to mull down to 5. And then, as I thought I was getting to a good spot, Teach ate half my permanents. And then he did it again. So, dragons can't get anywhere if there's no mana to get them anywhere, sadly. Wasn't that good of a showing by Miirym, in part because of that. The next time, though, we're going to try to eat Tej immediately. We have to say his apology is not accepted. And we'll see what the next game brings. That's all, folks.
Well, this was the debut effort for a deck that I was really, really looking forward to. My Riku modal tribal, and the little bit of it that I saw, I liked. I died with a handful of interaction because I wasn't expecting that turn to be my last turn, but that's exactly what Hidetsugu and Kairi are capable of, and I did not play with the patience that I probably should have. This deck will probably be coming out pretty fast again. I just didn't get a look at it. This game was kind of a no-doubter from the start. Schnell's largest offensive weapon was a 2/2 assembly worker. I think Alex attacked with a 3/4 double striker one time. And I hit Tej with a bird one time. That was it. Like, there was nothing else going on. And as soon as he had cards in hand and that Viscera Seer, we were toast. That was the whole game. And now I'm going to crap all over Tej and not feel bad about it for a few weeks until I get this taste out of my mouth and this dragon foot out of my ass.
Belisarius Cawl hit the battlefield. That was it. That was the extent of it. The Cawl deck, as I said, started out as sort of a jokey assembly worker tribal, and then I started adding more stuff for some pretty good artifact engine interaction to just keep snowballing. I didn't get a flake of that snowball going. I am going to take some of the blame for how this game went with my poorly timed and poorly chosen interaction. I should have done it in response to the Viscera Seer instead of before the end of his turn. That was just a bad timing issue on my part. Beyond that, I felt like my artifact removal would have helped a little bit had we finally managed to get his commander back in the command zone and force him to wait a round or two before he could recast it. Unfortunately, my removal was pretty much the only stuff we saw, and I did it poorly. So I'm gonna take that to heart. I don't know if I'm gonna be as vindictive as Chris is going to be in the future, but this is certainly one of those moments where I think back on the overall win rates that Tej has been posting in our Discord, and Tej, I think, has a lower win rate overall than the rest of us, because when he does win, it leaves such an impact on us that it's such a definitive win that in future games we make sure it doesn't happen again, and then eventually we start to feel bad and forget, and then he reminds us, and he reminded us today. I don't even remember what Alex was playing. I want to say Dragon, but Elder Dragon Highlander is the format, so maybe that's what I'm thinking. I didn't see much, and he got even less when Tej just kept hitting him, but Tej was thrashing us all, so it was just... I was in a car accident. I'm currently, just shocked from that, and it all happened so fast. I don't know what was going on. Going forward, I'll make better choices as far as my removal and my timing of said removal. But yeah, beyond that, there was nothing I could do, which it just happened. And I need one of those like safety blankets as we just sit here thinking about all the Hidetsugu and Kairi damage that came our way. But at least we learned something about the stack and how state-based triggers are bullshit, I guess. in response to the things that can be resolved in what order he wants. But beyond that, I hope you guys learned something too. Had a blast watching it, and thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, please.
There, the end.
I mean, the second time you hit him, it was less painful because he had fewer permanents left.
No, I had the exact same amount of permanents.
Oh, well, fuck.
You can't have more than 4 permanents. You are a guest player and you are allowed 4 permanents.
Wow.